Ridglan Farms says that all remaining dogs will leave its Blue Mounds breeding and research facility by the end of August. The company's selling and donating about 475 dogs to Big Dog Ranch Rescue in Florida after about 1,635 dogs already moved to rescues and adopters nationwide. The Center for Humane Economy says Ridglan's attorney indicates the business will wind down after the transfers, but Ridglan does not confirm it is closing. Ridglan points to recent inspections. It says found no animal care problems and wants those responsible for break-ins and thefts at the facility held accountable. Under a plea deal, Ridglan has already agreed to give up its commercial dog breeding license by July 1st. Meantime, the Fond du Lac Humane Society says it's now accepting adoption applications for beagles rescued from Ridglan Farms. Applications open today through June 26th at 5 p.m. The Humane Society says only those who fill out the application in the time frame will be considered for this. To learn how to apply, head to wbay.com/links. The shelter got 6 beagles after Ridglan Farms agreed to give up those dogs following those animal abuse allegations.